What's up, my fearless friends? Shayshahn, PhearNone, MacPherson, back to you with another Gear and Gadgets, where I like to talk about gadgets that pertain to DJs, musicians, and artists alike. Today, I want to talk to you about a show I just got back from. I just finished rocking with GZA from Wu-Tang Clan and the Phunky Nomads, the band that backs him. And I just want to show you some of the gear that I had at soundcheck. Maybe show you a little bit of the sound check where I also got to rhyme. I played piano, and I actually DJ too on the first show. So it was a lot of fun for me. We were at City Winery in Chicago. Let's check it out. They working it out. God of Sound working it out. We at City Winery.
What's up, brothers?
The band leader.
GZA, City Winery, hitting all the cities. Right on.
We out here. This is my setup for my Gear and Gadget people. My Gear and Gadget people, we rocking. You see what we got? We got the Morning Star, boss. So I just want to freeze right here to give you guys a quick rundown on my travel pedal board that I'm using right now for this GZA gig. The first pedal I use is not in frame here. It's a Dunlop Volume X8. Even though the violin can, control dynamics by itself, this volume pedal really helps me to cut off my sound if I don't want any sound coming out or if any feedback were to happen. So out of the volume pedal, I go into the Electro Harmonics Pitchfork. And that's just for, especially with a lot of the Wu-Tang stuff, to sound like, one or two violins, at different pitches. It even makes me sound like a cello sometimes. So far, this is my favorite pitch shifter. So then I go from the Pitchfork into the Automaton, which is my most expensive pedal I own right now. This Automaton is really great, and it allowed me to make my pedal board smaller because it kind of takes the place of three pedals. It's a preamp, it's fuzz, it gives me all my gain stages right now. Between that and the next pedal, which is the H9, the H9 gives me all my reverbs and delays and, just weird sounds in it. I also use some of its gain stages because I like the way some of them sound. And the Morning Star, which is down there on the left, it allows the Morning Star kind of like makes the H9 break out and allow you to have access to more presets quickly, which I really like. The Morning Star also can control any MIDI pedal. So say if you have a setting for several pedals, you can hit one button on the Morning Star and it'll switch everything for that particular song, which is going to be really great for me in the future when I use a different reverb. Right now I'm using the Boss reverb and I loved it. I've used it for years, but I think I'm going to move on to like a MIDI reverb, like the Mercury 7 or, something from Strymon that can be small enough to fit there. Also, Walrus has a couple of pedals that I want to get my hands on and see if I can fit on this little board. The actual pedal board is from Pedal Train. It's the Metro 16. I'm also looking into other pedal boards that I could just fit in my carry-on, suitcase. Other gear, the violin I'm using is an Aurora violin, as you'll see in a second. And as far as me playing keys, I usually use an Akai, whatever Akai they can rent for me, so I can go into my MacBook Pro and use Mainstage. And I have the whole show set up in Mainstage. And if I need to DJ, I'll run Mainstage parallel to Serato. Some people might say, why not use Ableton? And I do like Ableton, but when I first got this gig, they sent me everything in main stage, so I just kept it there. So yeah, that's basically my setup. I also have a USB Pro DI, which has really great sound. Radial is well known for DIs, and some people might say, well, why you bringing your own DI to the gig? I just like my sound to be as consistent as possible. So yeah, that's just a quick rundown on the pedals and gears that I personally use in my little corner on the stage over here. Back to the video. Eventide, Chase Bliss, Aurora Violins. We out here, son.
Hey guys.
You see how we doing this? You see how we doing this?
Let the coffee birds, my birds when I bring down birds. I take for a sack to break down the herb. In turn, I turn industry head to earn. What? Yeah, my 5 fingers wanna collect 7 figures, nigga go figure. I tried to tell you from the top. My 5 fingers wanna collect 7 figures, nigga go figure. From the bottom, low up. My 5 fingers wanna collect 7 figures, nigga go figure. I tried to tell you from the top. My 5 fingers wanna collect 7 figures, nigga go figure. Cause you're a guy for profit, 7 figures to farm. The power to be so on it, don't matter if you not on it. My people back born with dark things, really on it. Have them on later nights, I'm in the station, several longer. The more hot, yeah, that's it hard, that's it so hard, and the mind play the key so hard. Step it, yo, this is one cold raw.
So after sound check, we go up to our green room, and the green room at City Winery is very interesting because they have a whole bunch of wine bottles that they create for the artists that perform at City Winery. So right here you're seeing me perform and DJ at the same time on violin. I did a little set for about a half hour before the show. This footage is from a fan who captured this. And now we're in the GZA set with the Phunky Nomads.
Building my bees and graveyard, small time. The police man corrupted and backed up.
Once again, my name is Shayshahn, PhearNone MacPherson. Thanks for coming by today and watching the videos, and hopefully you learned something about the gear I use as a violinist. If you like content like this, if you want to learn about other gear that I haven't done yet, please let me know in the comments, and please make sure you subscribe because it helps me build my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. This is a small Gear and Gadgets channel, but we're on our way up. Once again, Shayshahn, PhearNone MacPherson. Peace.